Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. Skyebrows just dropped a new video. I just woke up, so I figured I'd do this reaction before I started my day here, while I have some time. I don't know what to expect. I do know it is a Skyebrows and Mommabrows collaboration. I know he mentioned that he was going to be working on this with his mother, who is a lyricist, I believe he said. So I've got no I don't know anything about this. We're just gonna jump right into it. Let's go. Loving it so far.
It's gonna be a long, lonely road. Sometimes it's gonna
I was about to say, this almost has like a choral aspect to it, mixed with almost a techno vibe. Very cool.
like a dream gone surreal, sublime. But when you feel it come real, it's gonna blow your mind.
Very cool visuals. I'm liking the style.
A little rocky.
Me too. Visual. Great.
It's gonna be a lonely road. Sometimes it's gonna feel a little unreal at times, like a dream gone surreal.
I can tell some of these shots look like they've been repurposed, which is very cool. Or maybe they're just paying homage to previous works.
A little rocky. It's gonna blow your mind, and it's gonna feel a little rocky. Sometimes
That was good. That was awesome. Okay. I don't think nope. Okay. Let's go back through it. That was very cool. I'm loving this style he's put into this one. Very I don't I'm not particularly well versed in art terminology. But very cool. Almost like I don't even know the right word for this, but very cool. I like it. I like the almost fluorescent coloring that we get with this. Very cool shot. This one's almost like reminds me of like ink and water, oil painting almost kind of style. Yeah, now that I'm looking more at it, very much like a painting. Ah, oh, sorry, been a little bit sick this week. I don't know. I don't know if this because the seal and this woman are present throughout. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to represent. This I don't know what to call this style. It's almost like a almost psychedelic. Um but we've got the which I was reminded by a commenter on the I think it was the Skyebrows video. Um this is has to do with how light is or how color is created in digitally. Red, green, blue. Um that's so not a 3D effect. It's the um, almost like a fractalization of the components that make up colors in a digital world. I love the um one of the reasons I like more techno music um is these sudden bursts and then silence and a burst and then silence, and it really kind of what's the word I'm looking for, it creates a certain hmm puts emphasis on those notes and gives a moment to breathe in between them, like a almost like a the suspense, the quiet before a moment in a horror game, right? This kind of moment that leaves you hanging. Very cool. I love that kind of music. I love that kind of style. And this one has almost like as we saw with the I commented on it when it came up, but we'll see like a theater, opera house kind of thing. This has a very choral style, along choral techno style. Choral as in CHORAL, not coral, the thing that grows underwater. Uh, it's very like almost like a dubstep, like pop, 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 pop. Very cool. I love that. Again, we've got like the almost fluorescent. I don't know. I wish I knew what to call. I wish I knew more terms about art. But almost this fluorescent coloring here, where everything else is very not muted, but dark. Very contrasting colors, and the contrast isn't white to black. It's this bright, bold burst of color and shadow. We got like almost like the sun here coming through this orange colored hair now, um, and then kind of slowly mixing in with the edges, uh, framed by the silhouette, or not framed, but this contrasted by the silhouette in the front.
It's gonna be.
I don't know if this is Powder with like her new model. It kind of, or if this is someone else. It kind of reminded me of that when I first saw it, but it might just be random anime girl, or it might be someone else. Also, again, this ink and water kind of theme is present throughout. Oil painting kind of theme. I call it ink and water because it reminds me of that. Like, it's not actually. It is less like that now that I'm looking at it more. But anyways, keep this theme throughout. It's very cool. I like this style. Especially with the almost again, we've got this very bright light shadow around the edges, and then we've got a silhouette in the middle. Very cool. Common theme throughout. Long lonely road. Gotta. I don't know if the trucks is anything special. I don't know if there's something going on with that, but very cool. Long lonely road. Truckers driving. Usually cross country, very long roads. If you've ever driven cross country as the only driver, boy, it wears on you. Very cool design here with like the almost I don't know why, but this almost reminds me of like what you'd see with like I think it was back in the 80s, I want to say, almost like a retro style the prism coming off of stuff, like when color TV and stuff was coming out. That might not be the best way to describe it, but that's what I'm thinking of anyways. Very cool style. Almost like actually a lot of this, there's a few things I think I saw that are quite retro in style. So that's very cool. I don't know if that's a Mommabrows kind of reference. I don't know when she grew up, but I would imagine it was before Skybrow. Well, it'd have to be before Skybrows. Duh. I don't know if she grew up maybe in the retro time or in that kind of era. And maybe that's an homage to her, or maybe it's just a cool shot. I'm not sure. Oh, this shot, very cool. The black hole swirling galaxy slowly coming in, and then you've got this person on top with I think this is supposed to be the same person that's with the seal, with the galaxy yoga pants here. Very, very cool. I really like that. That's a nice what do you call that? Actually, I just noticed again we've got the very bright in the center, shadowy outline. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what if he's trying to convey anything with this style, but I really like the style. That seems to be a focal point within this video. Is this very bright focal point, which then expands outward into darkness with like a person. This is almost like you're seeing through this. I think it's called a nebula. But you're basically seeing through the galaxy, almost. But it's something on top of the galaxy. It's very cool. I like the style. I wish I was more literate in art terms to be able to fully express that, but I am just a caveman when it comes to art, so I'll just say pretty colors are pretty. Yeah, okay, so it is the same person. Yeah. Same outfit with the seal. Very cool design on that, by the way. This part, very I used to sing in a choir way back when. Uh did that for a number of years. This was very I don't know why this spot particularly stuck out to me as like being choral and then immediately went into the opera. So I assume that was intended, but um you got the sorry, my alarm's going off. You've got the let's see here. Let me see if I can do crescendo. You got the I think it's called. It's been so many years. I think it's called a decrescendo and then a crescendo. Um, the very short down softness of the tune, which immediately starts ramping up again. These shots are so cool. Again, almost like a psychedelic. And again, this same there I would be curious to know if he's trying to give if this has symbolism for something, maybe like a light in the dark kind of symbology, but symbolism rather. But again, bright focal point surrounded by darkness, bright colorful point surrounded by darkness. Very cool shots though. Let's back up here. We got the seal again. I might be way off base here. I'm wondering if this character, this lady here, is supposed to be Mommabrows, and maybe she likes seals. That's what I'm getting from this. I don't know if that's anywhere close to what it is. Let's see, we're at 105. So let's go back here. The egg does hatch by the end, which I find interesting. I'm gonna have to think on that a little more. I just like this part so much. It's so cool. I like that really long stretch note of the just very quietly reverberating, almost stringing you along, almost to the point of like, okay, when's the next lyrics coming? And then they drop, or when's the lyrics coming? And then they drop. Okay, I'm gonna try and pay a little more attention to the lyrics here because I've been kind of focused on all like the actual sound and visuals here. So now we've gone through that, I'm gonna take a look at the lyrics a little bit here. I really like the the um the that's dissonance. Shit. I'm gonna have to brush up on my terminology. I've been so many years and I hadn't realized that I had become so rusty on this stuff. Because I used to know a lot about music and now I haven't used that knowledge in years and it's just gone. Anyways, enough about my goldfish brain. This dissonance created by this you're stepping up in notes and then you go to a flat or maybe it's a sharp, I can't tell. But this suddenly dissonant I don't know if it is dissonant. I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Hold on. Okay. At times, let me see. It's gonna be a long, lonely road. Sometimes it's gonna feel a little unreal. At times, like a dream gone surreal. Very cool, very interesting lyrics. I'm gonna have to think about this. Actually, does he have? Oh, we'll just. Oh, okay. So yeah, the 20 years ago, my mom wrote a psychedelic rock song in 4 parts, cycle in 4 parts. This is the first part. Ooh, there's gonna be more. Hell yeah. Okay, it's gonna be a long, lonely road. I'll cut out most of this so you guys don't have to sit here in silence while I write this down because I have some things I want to say about the lyrics, but my brain is a goldfish. So I need to write it down, otherwise, I'm going to forget what I'm saying between 5 seconds. Okay. It's all. I don't. Let me listen to that again. So there's what I'm trying to describe is there's a spot where my brain wants to or is predicting the note is going to get. I keep moving my hands around like I might need to set up like a 3D model so I can use my hands because I use my hands a lot when I'm gesturing. Speaking. Anyways, take a drink first. So there's a spot where my brain predicts the note is gonna go and then it doesn't go there. Um, it's almost it's actually higher than where my brain predicts it's gonna go. Because it almost based on the last how it goes so deep, like it goes gonna feel a little unreal. Excuse my awful singing voice. Um so you think it's gonna go like a dream gone surreal, and but it doesn't go there. It goes like a dream gone surreal. Actually, it's not quite that high. Anyways, you get my point. There's I like the switch up in the what do you call that? Come on, it's almost there. It's there. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of the word for it. I'm gonna have to go. We'll come back to it. It'll appear in my head in about 3 hours after I'm well done recording and the video's uploaded. Um. Okay, moving on before I get stuck on that for too long. Lyrics so far, it's gonna be a long, lonely road. Sometimes it's gonna feel a little unreal. At times, like a dream gone surreal. Very cool lyrics here. We've got long, lonely road, which is separate from the next 2 lines. You got sometimes it's gonna feel a little unreal. At times, like a dream gone surreal. I think that's actually shorter than the other one. Anyways, you got feel and unreal both in the same line. Sometimes it's gonna feel a little unreal. At times, like a dream gone surreal. So you're getting like a what is that? It's gonna be a long, lonely road. You're getting like a B B C B kind of a rhyming there. Very very cool. This again, very cool shot. Now knowing in the description, a psychedelic rock song absolutely makes sense. Very psychedelic vibes. I'm assuming that's who this is supposed to be. Then this is supposed to be Mommabrows. Don't know if she just likes seals or if the seal's supposed to be representing someone. Let's see. We've got again the B rhyme is repeated throughout here. When you feel it come real, it's gonna blow your mind, and it's gonna feel. Let's see, was there another part? And it's gonna feel, and it's gonna feel is the kind of repeating line here. Oh, this shot is so. Some of these is art to put on my wall. Also, the word choice, very good word choice here. Surreal, sublime, very cool words, vocabulary A plus. I love seeing words used that are, and not in the way most, on Twitter people use them where they don't actually understand what they mean, like using words that are not used very often, and especially in the correct way. Like, I just love it. It tickles something in my brain. We've got the egg again. Now we've kind of come down to this quiet part of the song. Beat drop. So even in the I've talked about this in the start, but that start stop kind of thing where it lets you breathe between and lets you build up suspense for the next note is repeated here in longer form with the lyrics, because you've got, we go from here, quiet, peace, slow, building up the suspense, especially with the imagery. We got the B2 bomber there, kind of crescendoing, beat drop. I don't know who this is supposed to be off the top of my head. Peace out. I'm trying to, nothing's pinging in my brain. Cool shot though. I can't tell if this is supposed to be an actual city that we're supposed to recognize or if this is just general. It almost looks like California. I only say that because of the palm trees and kind of the... Oh, you know what? I'm wondering if this is... What? I'm not... With all the war imagery, I wouldn't be shocked if there's Iran war kind of stuff mixed in here. But that might be that might be bias for me from just because of current events. I don't know how long he was working on this scene. I first thoughts California, but I can't tell. It's probably simply because of the coast and the city and kind of how it looks. Kind of got a tour bus here. So I'm reminded of California, but it could be another place. I'm not sure. Very cool. Also, once again, this is what I mentioned this in my Cream of the Slop video where I kind of went off on a wide tangent. Imagine this kind of thing being used to make a show, a short story, a short movie. Just, I'm so excited to see what comes out. I've been playing around with it a bit myself. I'm very excited to see what we could do with this. Because allowing, again, I think I briefly touched on it in the Skyebrows video, but I know I went like way off tangent in the Cream of the Slop video about this, but allowing the greatest gift AI is bringing us is the ability for people who are creatives, who really want to tell a good story, but don't have that medium. They don't have the resources. They don't have the time. I work a full-time job and I'm a parent. I don't have time or I don't have time, money, resources, whatever you want to call it, to go out and pitch this idea and try and find animators and put all this money into something that might not pay off. Not that that's why I want to do things. It's not just about the money, but money is unfortunately a vital part of living. I have to keep a roof over my kid's head. I have to keep food on the table. I don't have the luxury of taking those risks. AI can bridge that and bring, and I'm not saying everyone has unfounded concerns about AI, because I think some of their concerns are founded. I'm not going to go off on a whole tangent like I did last time, but I think a lot of the people that are scared of AI are scared because they've realized the ladder that they pulled up, or the gap that exists, there's now a ladder there that anyone can climb, and that terrifies especially the people in the wider entertainment industry, because they know, as much as they want to pretend otherwise, they know they're hemorrhaging money. And now we have the tools. We're on the cusp of them becoming even better. The tools for the average everyday person to tell their story that can compete with that kind of thing, that can really gain a foothold. I'm not saying someone's gonna come. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think someone's gonna come out with an AI movie that's suddenly going to go into all the theaters, overnight. It's gonna knock Hollywood off. They're gonna be screwed. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's enough that it can gain a foothold. Like Skyebrows is doing with his music, like all the other smaller content creators who he's brought up around him. There's this niche there. There's the potential for a community there that can support this kind of work. And that is incredibly powerful. Anyways, enough on the side tangent. I don't want to derail this too badly. Very cool. Very cool shots. Very cool visuals throughout this. Again, we got the techno, the very start stop kind of stuff. Very rapid paced, building up the tension. Let's see here. I know there's some symbols here. I don't know if that's supposed to be a person or not, or obviously it's supposed to be a person. I don't know if this is supposed to be someone specific or not. I can't tell. Again, cool shot. There has to be Iran war, because I'm pretty sure this is the guy we took out. I assume this is I'm guessing it's Epstein, but I can't tell. I'm assuming just because of all of the everything that's going on there. That's Maduro. That was... Actually, I'm not going to get in. Well, I'm going to go off a whole side tangent about that if I do. I don't know if this is also supposed to be... I don't know. I can't tell who this is supposed to be. It might be... I'm not sure. I'll avoid making jumps in logic there. Very cool shot here. Again, throughout. Bright light. We've got almost like stand in for the usual person silhouette is this silhouette. I don't know. That's probably not intentional, but I'm probably reading way too much into this, but I think it's cool. Very consistent artistic themes throughout. Alarms keep going off. Okay, there we go. back that up here. Uni. It's kind of hard to tell with AI sometimes on the writing. I think that says Unirac. I'm not sure what that's. I haven't been following too much of the AI robotics stuff, so I'm not 100% sure what this might be. Maybe it's Elon's one. I'm not sure. Servers. This is from Breathing Elon's Musk, or if it's not a scene from that, it is it's basically the thumbnail though. I don't know if that's a repurposed scene or if he's remade it and to pay homage, but it's very cool. I like seeing the older stuff referenced in the newer stuff. It's very cool. Usually I'm against self-referencing material, but not in this case. It's very cool. It's not a I'm not worried about the I'm not worried about the integrity of the story necessarily in a music video. Very cool is what I'm trying to say. Also, I love the sorry, pausing a lot, but I love this style of like the really bold, rough lines in animation and stuff. And then we cut to this, just a cool shot. The mane of the lion almost like flames here coming off. This kind of golden color. Again, we've got the motif of like the bright in the middle, the darkness around the edges. It's just such a cool shot. This whole, let's watch that one more time because I love this shot. It just looks so cool. Asmon, there's Leaflet. This I can't remember their name. That's it's oh, I can't remember. I think this is the one that basically came out of retirement is what I heard for Skyebrows' React stuff, but I can't remember. I apologize. You guys know I'm bad with names if you watched any of my other two videos. This I almost want to say Ember because of the red hair, but I can't tell. It's probably someone completely different. I think this might be Lee and Lai. Is that how you say their names? Or is it no, it's Lifu. Right? That kind of looks like one of their models. I'm probably wrong about most of these, so just give grace because I have a brain of a goldfish. I can recognize the faces. I just can't tell you their names to save my life. This has to be I don't know how to say their name. Niam? I'm terrible with that specific I know what that name is and I've never been able to pronounce it properly. But that looks like, I almost thought it was Bupela at first because of the eyes, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is because I've seen her react to a bunch of Skybrow stuff recently. That's Bupela. That is Lord Intellectual, I'm assuming. With a very the only reason I'm assuming that's him is because he's the only one I know that with the mask, and I assume this is just a fancy mask, but I could be wrong. This might be a new reactor. I'm not sure. I can't tell off rip who this is. Could be a number of different people. Or it could just be a generic anime girl with white hair. Again, don't know who this is, but the very cool shot here. We've almost got like a Jetsons or Tomorrowland kind of futuristic utopia city here, which is interesting. And I use that deliberately because the very retro vibes throughout the song. And as he said in the description, his mother wrote it a few number of years ago. Psychedelic rock song. So this would have been kind of the picture of the future, the 21st century, the Jetsons, Tomorrowland, that kind of stuff. As I already said, repeating myself, but you get the point. This was the kind of vision for the future, this utopic society of flying cars and big cities mixed with greenery and stuff like that. Very cool shot here. There's Skyebrows, obviously. This, I can't tell. This, I think, is the cat girl from Breathing Elon Musk. More cat girls. I feel like I should recognize these people, but I don't. So I apologize. That's Matt Walsh, obviously, that's very funny. This, again, this is this looks like it's from Cream of the Slop, or maybe it was one of the shots. No, it wouldn't have been from, because he had the money on his clothes and Skyebrows. This must be Cream of the Slop. Either a shot from it or it's an homage to it. Either way, very cool. Interesting. So let's back up here a little bit because I've been kind of neglecting the lyrics again. Okay, repeating Lonely Road. Okay, so we're stretching out the lyrics that were in the first part here. I'm just seeing if there's anything different here. Definitely a change in the tune here. Almost a darker undertone to this one, with the melody change here. I think these are all the same lyrics, which, again, nothing wrong with that. I was just seeing if there's something different. I don't want to miss anything. This shot's really cool too. I definitely, now that I've read the description, I see the psychedelic influences here. Don't know if this is supposed to be someone, but it's a very cool shot nonetheless. Got the halo growing a flower in this gilded, I don't know if that's supposed to be a gilded cage or just a box that's fancy. Looks like we've got some kind of Christian symbolism there with the cross, which makes sense with the halo and stuff like that. This is Ember. This is, if you yeah, if anyone's been paying attention to Lord Intellectual and Ember on Twitter, this has been the back and forth for them for a little while now, which has been very funny to watch. We've got ships here. This is Feeble Mind, I believe, with the eye patch there. That's Lynx, obviously. Very cool shot, by the way. Really cool, almost like hero action shot of Lynx here. Got the Zuckerborgs. I like that there's a Z on there. I didn't notice that first time around. We got Elon's cat girl robots fighting the Zuckerborgs. Is it the Zuckerborg plural or Zuckerborgs plural? I'm not sure. because I know the Borg. It's obviously a riff off of the Borg from Star Trek, but I'm not a Star Trek nerd. I was a Star Wars kid growing up, so I don't know what the plural is supposed to be there. Anyways, really cool shots here. Just fighting. I assume this is Powder because purple-eyed, white-haired elf girl. Which, by the way, you're telling me that there was a soft-spoken, purple-eyed, white-haired elf girl and I didn't know about her? That's a tragedy. I don't know how I missed that one, because there's my ultimate waifu tier list per se goes Polo from Spice and Wolf at the top, and then just below that is Amelia from ReZero. So here's the egg opening, hatching into, I assume it's hatching into this dragon. Not sure what the dragon represents here, but I like the color scheme on this, the white and yellow, or white and orange, and blue here. Very, very cool stylistic choice here. This one, we got Israel, we got America, we got, I'm not sure who this is supposed to, or what this is supposed to represent exactly. I guess utopian society. Everyone's happy and nobody's fighting kind of a thing, I assume. Oh, that's, yeah, actually that looks like a vintage stereo there. Which actually, that's interesting because we have modern day cameras here. So maybe that's not what I'm thinking. Anyways, very cool shots. Yeah, this, other than like the slight distortions, it's straight out of an anime. Like, oh, this shot is so cool. As you can obviously tell, I'm a sucker for the neon on dark look. This is such, I love this. The golden hair here, we've got the vibrant pale blue, neon power blue, matches the eyes there, contrasted with like the shadow of the skin. I like the earring there, very cool. Cool shot, awesome shot. I'd love to use this as a wallpaper. I might actually do that. I might steal that for a wallpaper. This is they just did a video that I want to react to. What's their name? I'm blanking on their name. But yeah, also a very good artist. They did Under One Sky, I think is what it's called. I need to react to that as well, or go through it, because I very good song. I've listened to it already. Very good song. I'm not sure who this is. They look familiar to me. They look familiar to me, but I can't tell who it is. Very cool design on the arm tattoo here, with the just this one. Almost the highlight spots are like have that kind of trippy psychedelic visual, and everything else is black and white. Very cool shot. Very cool. This is Queen. That's Keen Rule 63. I can't tell who this is, but really cool. I love what do you call it? Like steampunk. I love cyborg Wild West type stuff. Very cool. Once played a D&D campaign with that. It was awesome. What's that called? I forget. I don't think it's steampunk. I think it's a variation of steampunk. But anyways, very cool. Very cool. Let's see. I don't recognize anyone here. These might also be, there might be a few people from Louisverse, that's their name. Might be a few people from their videos, because they cameoed a bunch of Skyebrows people in their latest one, Under One Sky. Again, just cool. Again, the power behind this stuff is incredible. You could not easily, you could make movies and short videos, or short movies and shows and stuff with this. The technology's there. It's there. It might not be easy, but it is doable, and I'm very excited to start seeing that kind of stuff. Actually, I think Phil was saying the same thing. Philip Chan, I think is his actual name on YouTube, but Phil, who's been tragic. He's been devastated at his appearances with Harambe and everything. Yeah, now that because this is very much Louisverse's cyberpunk Red City style. So I'm wondering if these are people from her or their universe per se. I just realized it's muted for all that. This person, I believe, was in Skyebrows video. I think they were like the third person cameoed, or maybe the second person. I can't remember their name though. Love the design though. Very like robotic angel kind of thing. Shoe on head here. I assume this is from her comment on the Crybrows video, or she mentioned that if she sees herself, she's clapping like a seal. Pretty sure from the American flag in the microphone here, that's her. Monster, white monster. This looks familiar to me, but I'm not sure who this is supposed to be. I don't know why this looks familiar to me. I am not sure. This might be Celestium, but I'm not sure. She's just kind of the most known pink-haired anime girl to me. But this might be someone else. I can't tell. I apologize. I'm goldfish brain. Very cool though. I really like the style here. Almost like a magical paintbrush with the almost like out of a magical girl anime, or not? What's it called? Shoot, I can't remember the anime, but there's one about witches. Almost gives me that vibe. We got a Gundam girl. Very cool. This, I don't know who this is supposed to be here. Very cool design though. Oh, I know who this is. And I had their name in my head, but I can't remember what their name is now. Cool. Another cool reactor. Go watch him. I apologize. I can't remember your name. Miyuki? It's Miyuki. I always forget if it's Miyuki or Mizuki. I think it's Mizuki. Shit. I can't remember. Anyways. Nero, obviously. We got a style change here too, which is interesting. went more realistic with the design. More noticeable, especially in the next one. Neuro and Evil here. Interesting. There's Kirsha, Foxwife. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be, but very psychedelic. Assuming this is supposed to be someone because it's in the cameo section, but or quote unquote the cameo section, but I don't know if this is supposed to be someone or if it's just supposed to be kind of a psychedelic vision. Another one I'm not sure about. This design looks familiar, but I can't place it. And then that's, I just want to double check to make sure I get this correctly. I don't know which flag that is. It might be. That might be Iran's flag, but I can't tell. Because the colors are right. The center is different. I don't know if that's supposed to be because we're in the utopian society here where nobody's fighting. Peace and not war, I assume, is kind of the message. I'm not going to make any commentary on that. You're welcome to have your own opinions on that. I'll keep this about the video for the most part here. This is cool here. Once again, I'm a sucker for this. Like, something about it is just very cool. The dark skin with the bright what do you call that? Fluorescent kind of tattoos and stuff like that. I love this style, which is why I put it on my own model. Very cool. Almost it's like a Super Saiyan with the hair here. Very cool. I don't know who this is. I'm not sure what this is here is supposed to represent or who this is supposed to represent. Very cool here. Very gives me very retro vibes. For my number one fan. Very cool. Very cool. I'm annoyed that I hit mute and forgot to unmute, but oh well, comes with the territory. I'd rather do that than have you guys hear me hacking up along most of the stream. I hate being sick. Another incredible video from Skyebrows, and as he said here, let's see, about 20 years ago, my mom wrote a psychedelic rock song in 4 parts. This is the first part. Getting her set up on DistroKid, so stay tuned for the music streaming link. Very excited to see more of this. I loved the style of this song. Very much up my alley. I'm a huge rock fan. I'm a huge techno fan. If that's what it's called, techno. I don't know what even is techno anymore. You know what I mean? Electronic music, EDM. Big fan of those two things. I love to see them combined. The visuals throughout the video were just incredible. I loved it. It was fantastic. Thumbs up. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna be playing it while I work. Hopefully it's on Spotify. If not, I'll be listening to it on YouTube. Excellent video. Excellent stuff, Skyebrows. Thank you. And thank you to Mommabrows as well. That's all I have for this one. I'm sure more stuff will occur to me as I go throughout my day here, but for now, I'm gonna call it. I need to go rip apart my Forerunner because the engine blew up. Uh, channel update. There was no video at the beginning of this week because I've been ill, and did not have the energy. Right, to be frank, I've been dealing with a really bad ear infection as part of that. Um, hopefully more videos coming up soon. I mentioned last time I'm cooking something. I'm still cooking. That's gonna be in the oven for a number of months, if not like up to a year potentially. So don't look for that anytime soon. I'm just kind of giving information there. Um, I should start uploading more frequently, and I believe I'm going to start streaming again in the next couple weeks here. I need to get multi-streaming set up. Because I would like to stream to YouTube at the very least, as well as Twitch. Feel free to follow me over there if you want. If not, I'll make a post over here when the time comes. What else? What else? Um, I might put up a post about this. Like I just mentioned, my Foreigner engine blew up, and I might gut it and start. Well, I know I'm gonna have to rip out the transmission at the very least, potentially also the engine. If you guys are interested, actually, I will do that. I'm gonna put up a post on the channel. If you guys are interested in seeing car stuff, let me know. Because what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Oh, it's going to eat up a lot of my time. Anyone who's had a project car knows that that will consume your life if you let it. If you're interested in learning how to do some stuff on cars, or if you just enjoy seeing people work on cars, go check out that post and leave me some feedback. Or if you don't want to see any of it and you want me to continue on doing other stuff, then let me know. Let me know in that post. I'll make that as soon as I drop this video. Because I want to see what you guys want. You know, if you guys are interested, I'll teach somebody. You know, I'm happy to teach people how to work on cars. Or at least show you me trying to work on cars, because I'm not a mechanic by any means, but I know enough to get by. So if you're interested, or if you just want something to, you know, I know some people like the power washing stuff, or like blacksmith forging stuff, which that's I need to get that set up again. I have a lot. There's a lot of things I need to do. I just don't have a lot of time, so I'm trying to prioritize. If you're interested, let me condense that whole thing down. I'm gonna make a post as soon as this video comes out. If you are interested, I'll try to figure out how to do a poll. But if you're interested or not interested, leave me feedback about the car stuff. Because if people are interested, then I'll make sure I take some time to like figure out how to record that stuff and make some videos about it. I don't think I can stream it just because of I'm not trying to, you know, I play a little fast and loose with like where I am and whatnot, but I'm not going to deliberately start putting that stuff out because I don't want to get doxxed. But I will put out videos about it. Or if people are like, no, we don't give a shit about car stuff, then I'm not going to waste the effort that I could put towards something you guys are interested in on something you're not going to be interested in. That's all for me today. That was a long post analysis thing there. Let's see. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. Check out Skyebrows. Check out actually no, I'll do call outs in other video because I'm gonna react to a couple more things. Well, it won't be today. I'm not gonna have time. I guess Sunday, I'll react to some stuff and try to get some stuff up for next week. But that's it for me today. Hope you all stay safe out there. I know it's kind of rough out there, but keep your head up. We'll get through it. Stay safe and be kind to each other. Peace.